Welcome to Chattanooga.
You guys look like tourists out here. Cycling kits, no bikes.
Yeah.
No shoes?
No problem.
All right, back for another one. Straight from Mallorca, on the plane, here to Chattanooga. Talk us through the decision of doing back-to-back races coming across the country.
Yeah, so it was actually, I chose to do Chattanooga first. I've raced here once when it was my first ever World Champs, 70.3. And yeah, got a bit of a shock result there. That was kind of started my 70.3 career. So yeah, I was really keen to come back. It kind of made sense to do two because it's such a long travel from South Africa. And then I looked at the calendar and I was like, oh, it's such a long way. It kind of breaks it up if I go via Europe. And Mallorca was just the perfect timing to hit a back-to-back. And yeah, hopefully it pays off. But yeah, I think my body's definitely recovered well. So yeah, hoping to kind of flush the travel out of the legs, and jet lag's in my favour. At least we're getting up super early. So yeah, hopefully it works.
We obviously just checked out the bike course. What are your thoughts? Because you were here for the World Champs.
Yeah, so back in 2017, and it was a very different bike course. We had that big hill, and now it seems a lot faster. It really rolled. I think it's one that you can stay in the TT bars for like most of the ride from what I've seen. So yeah, I'm expecting like a fast bike course. This is why you travel with a husband who can massage and mechanic and
Full service husband.
Yeah.
Just fixing bikes on the side of the road.
Who are you excited to race against this weekend?
Yeah, loads of the girls. I think there's quite a good field here. Sarah Chu, I don't know if I've raced Sarah Chu in 70.3 before. Jodie Stimpson, I know from also British. Lots of points to fight for as well.
How's the coffee here in America? First taste?
Amazing, in my opinion. You're the coffee snob.
This is a coffee snob place. This is gold.
I'm Nick Quenet, triathlete from South Africa. I turned pro last year, which was my first year doing middle distance tries. I came from a swimming background originally and then moved over to short course racing. So I raced for Team South Africa. I made the switch last year to race middle distance, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like that's where my strengths lie. So yeah, so I've been racing that for the last year and a half.
Just check if I can share with someone.
Danielle Lewis and
Oh, Jodie there, okay.
Yeah, I'm good friends since Jodie.
What are your thoughts on the swim course here? Downward swim, so is it a benefit for you or is it a benefit for everyone?
It's not the ideal for a strong swimmer. I'm hoping that it's a non-wetted swim, which will help the stronger swimmers, but it definitely is fast for everyone. It's still a 1.9 kilometer swim, so everyone has to get through that as fast as possible. So I'm looking forward to pushing that as hard as I can. I like to think of myself as an all-rounded triathlete. I did lead out the order at St. George at the first Pro Series of 2024 for myself. But coming from a swimming background, that probably is my strength, but I have been working hard on my bike and specifically my run. I believe the races are being won on the run, so it's something I've really worked on the last year. So I like to think of myself as a complete athlete more than a single strength athlete.
Thanks for letting me share a lane with you, Brett.
Every race I'm still learning. I'm still quite new to the sport, so St. George was a hard race. I think this is a totally different race. I'm going to push the swim hard for sure. I have touched up on the last 2 weeks of my run and my nutrition, so I'm hoping not to fall apart on that. But I already ran last night on the course, and it's the type of course that would suit me, so I'm really looking forward to that run course.
As a young pro, crushing the sport, what are your thoughts on the Pro Series?
Well, it's nice to be called young. I've been called that for a while. But yeah, like I said, I am quite young in this sport. I think the Pro Series is amazing. I think it's nice to see so many stacked start lists. It allows everyone to have an opportunity. And I think it's really, really good for the sport. So with the raisement of the prize money, the amazing locations we get to go to, I think it's amazing for the sport.
Dang, Danielle, back at it again with the IRONMAN 70.3 Chattanooga. No?
No.
After every race we see you, how are you feeling?
I feel,
Post St. George?
I feel good. Yeah, no, things are still holding together. It feels like it's been like 8 weeks of racing, but I have to keep counting. It's been 4 weeks. Texas, a week later, St. George, a week off, and now Chattanooga. So it's only 4 weeks, 3 races in 4 weeks, but I swear it feels like 8 weeks. I'm not going into each one feeling like death.
It's funny because when we mention your name to the other ladies competing, they're always like, they kind of get like, dang, Danielle's here again?
What is she doing?
She's racing again?
What can I say? I'd rather race than train. It's like I'm constantly like on the feet of people that have been on the podium at like world championships, and I'd rather race competitive fields than not, because it just pulls more out of you as an athlete, and that's what you want.
You're ranked first right now in points, so coming to Chattanooga is just kind of to solidify points and work towards the next race, or why? I guess a lot of people would be asking, why are you doing back-to-back races?
Historically, I've done back-to-back races this time of year, and historically they've gone relatively well. Last year I did a series of racing and had a few podiums in that. And actually, if you look last year based on what I did at this time of year, and then you look at like where I would have been ranked in the Pro Series, if Pro Series happened last year, I would have been like 4th. Now that's simply just a byproduct because I picked the right races, right? As far as like how many points that I have, I'm not in as solid of a position as I would like. I was thinking that Texas and St. George would have gone better. I had issues on the run in both of those. With Chattanooga, I mean, I've raced well here in the past. I like this race. This will be the last one of this block of racing, so I have some time to recover after this. If I have a solid and complete race without issue, knock on wood, right, it should keep me in a very solid position for a few more months, I'd think, going into the championship season. I will have pressure to perform on the back half of the year, but I also don't think it's going to be like a crazy amount of pressure. I think it's going to be the just right amount of pressure, which is healthy.
Yeah.
Actually, they're very clean today. It's safe. Today, safe. Sunday, not safe.
There you are. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
How are we feeling coming into this one?
Yeah, doing well. Yeah, sitting third in the series. Hopefully we can put together a good day and have this be one of the ones that count by the end of the year. But ideally we score enough points to knock Oceanside off. I didn't have the best day there. So that's the hope, is to use this one and then hopefully either Boulder or 70.3 Worlds for the two 70.3 scores. It's obviously half the points of a full, but it's going to make a difference when it comes down to the end of the year.
You're pretty familiar with this course. You've raced this a few times.
I've been here a few times. Had a few good days here. A couple bad days. So always want to hope that it's on the better side than not. But yeah, I really like the course. The down current swim typically keeps the bike a little bit more together. So there's going to be a lot more tactics at play than a lot of the other 70.3s. It's a tough run. You wouldn't think it being next to the river, but there's definitely some hills and it's going to be hot and humid. So hopefully it comes down to a gritty run and my legs show up.
Prettiest run form in triathlon?
Depends on who you ask. I get a lot of critiques on it. A lot of people tell me how I can make it better and maybe run a little faster. When you can run 2:35 off the bike, you can critique my run form. Chattanooga is the home of QR, and obviously have a new toy to play with. It's kind of nice flying to a race without a bike and coming home with one, so that doesn't suck. And yeah, excited to have them here. Just having supportive partners here, just they can help take care of you a little bit. It just alleviates a little bit more of that pre-race stress.